that's just put out today by The Economist magazine. The title is, quote, "The American Economy, the Envy of the World." This is a multi-day special report that's coming out now from The Economist. Here's the first installment in this multi-part series that's just out today. Quote, "The American economy has left other rich countries in the dust." That's the American economy at the end of the Biden-Harris administration. I mean, if you're making a business decision about who will do a better job handling the economy, well, the Biden-Harris economy has not only left every other rich country in the world in the dust, it has left the record of the Trump administration in the dust, right? Literally what they're calling a dream economy, the best job market in the history of the United States. That's what the Biden-Harris administration has done in their management of the U.S. economy. So is that what you're basing your business decision on? Maybe it's not the broad question of who will do a good job with the economy, who's shown that they can do a good job with the economy. Maybe your business decision when it comes to this election is more specific. Maybe it's about the deficit. Maybe you're a fiscal hawk, and that's the basis of your business decision that you're making about who to support here. Well, here's the headline today at the Wall Street Journal. Quote, "Economists say inflation and deficits will be higher under Trump than Harris." Quote, "According to a quarterly survey by the Wall Street Journal, most economists think inflation, interest rates, and deficits would be higher under the policies former President Donald Trump would pursue in a second administration than under those proposed by Vice President Kamala Harris." Quote, 65% of economists see Trump's proposed policies putting more upward pressure on the federal deficit than Kamala Harris's policies. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget estimates Trump's plans would widen federal budget deficits by more than twice the expected increase under Harris. So if that's the basis for your business decision about this election, if all you say you care about is fiscal responsibility and the deficit, right, bringing that deficit down, well, Trump doubles Harris. He laps Harris in terms of what he's planning to pile on to the deficit. Right? Similarly, let's say your business decision on this election is on inflation. Well, that's also a business decision about this election that should point you in one direction. Quote, "Of the economists who responded to the Wall Street Journal's question on inflation, 68% said prices would rise faster under Trump than under Harris." 68%. 68% of economists don't agree that today is Monday or that the Patriots suck this year. But 68% of economists agree that Trump is proposing really bad policies if what you care about is. So what are you basing your business decision on when thinking about this election? I mean, maybe your business decision is less about data and policy, and it's more about just the kind of person you want the candidate to be. You hear this all the time from people who describe themselves as making a business decision about how to vote. They say they want somebody centrist, somebody moderate, sensible, right? Somebody right in the middle. That's good for business. Somebody who can appeal to reasonable people in both parties. If that's your approach to your business decision about this election, well, there is a candidate in this election who has a lot of very high-profile support from people in the other party. Just today, the Harris campaign released the latest ad from another Republican endorsing Harris, in this case, the Republican mayor of an important conservative city in swing state Arizona. I mean, there's like a campaign trail tour group now of former Trump administration officials who are doing swing state events to tell people to not vote for the man they served under in the last presidential administration under Trump. They are instead touring the swing states telling people to vote for Kamala Harris. Notice that there's no equivalent of that on the other side. There's no group that's like former Biden officials for Trump or former Obama officials for Trump. There's nothing like that. But there are lots and lots of officials from former Republican administrations and from Trump's own administration who are publicly begging Americans by the dozens, publicly begging Americans to vote for Harris and not for him. So just on the facts, I mean, if your business decision is economic performance broadly, that breaks for Harris. If your business decision is the deficit, that breaks for Harris. If your business decision is inflation, that breaks for Harris. If your business decision is on whether the candidate is bipartisan seeming and can appeal across both parties, clearly that's Harris.
Yeah, well, and there you have it. Simple as that. Oh my God.